So our objective is to assist experts who do the emerging risk identification with pre-analyzing, or let's say pre-digesting, this huge amount of data and information with data analytical and visualization methods. But it has to be noted that these methods by themselves will not tell what the emerging issues are, nor what the future will be. They are applicable for quick analysis of large text corpora, for decreasing the noise, and for separating the important from less important. There are different data analytical methods for this. In the previous session, you have learned about prediction models and weak signal miner, which is another text mining method, and now we will continue with topic modeling. We will go through the following questions in brief. What does the model do? How does the model work? We will look at the input data, what we use in the model, and see how it is developed and what are the outputs. So what the model does is basically arranging textual data, for example, documents, news articles, or whatever text we choose into topics. With the help of text mining methodologies, it creates topics which are represented by keywords from textual data that were previously unstructured. So this white noise of text data becomes like this structure, which is much more meaningful and interpretable. The model is built in the so-called BER topic framework, which you have already seen in Excel's presentation. But while Excel showed its use to fine-tune the weak signal miner, we use it as a tool in itself for emerging risk identification. So this framework is built it is an open source machine learning model implemented in Python. It mainly focuses on topic detection and representation, but of course it can be used for other text mining tasks as well. It has a modular design, so it is easy to adjust it and fine tune it, and to have the most fit for purpose algorithms. But actually what is pre-built in it by default are the most advanced text mining algorithms. What happens here in a nutshell is that the algorithm transforms the text data that machines can understand with embedding and vectorization. Then this data can be clustered, and by dimensional reduction, we can analyze the identified topics in 2 dimensions and 3 dimensions. So I will not go into details with the algorithms, but the most important is that they are the best in terms of finding and capturing the semantic similarities in the text. The input of the model is news that belong to food safety category in a freely available news aggregating portal. It is called Europe Media Monitor. We get textual data by web scraping every week. For you to have an overview of what kind of data we deal with here, Europe Media Monitor contains news articles about, for example, latest technological innovations, new products on the market, product recalls, and it can also capture new consumer behaviors, which, according to our experience, actually gives a majority of emerging risks, as you saw before the chicken in cough syrup, for example, or cinnamon challenge, where you had to eat a whole spoon of cinnamon with 1 bite. So, but besides, it also captures the latest scientific articles, mainly from the domain of MDPI, scientific studies like risk assessments, and also regulatory issues such as articles about news regulations or comments or questions addressed to the European Commission about food-related issues. So it actually gives a really thorough and up-to-date insight of food safety trending information. So we retrieve textual data of food safety news and use them as an input for the BER topic framework, which results in these beautiful visualizations that can be further analyzed by experts. To train the model, we use 3 years of food safety news, and it is further adjusted by a database of manually selected emerging risks and possible emerging risks. The parameters are fine-tuned. For example, the number of topics to be found are adjusted to get the less noise at the end. Now let's see some graphical outputs of the model, the default outputs of BER topic framework. The first one is a pie chart, which shows the proportion of selected topics and also shows the keywords to characterize the topic. We also have hierarchical clustering, where the relation of different topics and their clusters in upper and lower levels can be interpreted. There are also interactive visualizations. I will not show them because of the lack of time, but they can also be zoomed in and topics can be selected which are of interest. The relationship of different topics can be interpreted visually in this type of output. This is a two-dimensional topical representation. The more close the topics are to each other, the more similar they are in terms of semantics. We also have three-dimensional representation. We see topics with different colors and their topical distribution, also their topic numbers and the representing words. And last but not least, the dynamic evolution can be seen with this timely visualization of the topics. It also has an interactive view where we can zoom in and select certain topics and certain time frames. Future work related to topic detection will be to incorporate feedback we got from our nice living lab we had back in June. Their dynamic topic modeling gained the most interest. Longer time periods and reduced number of topics were in favor. We are also working on automated model deployment. We have to incorporate algorithms to comply with data protection regulation. We will also adjust the model for the 3 supply chains selected as use cases in HOLiFOODproject. And we will also adjust the model with the scientific literature data. It must be interpreted a bit differently as it has more time lag, but it is more it contains more sound information, more scientific information. And my last slide, our planned work related to crisis coordination. I hope that when Joanne and Axel don't mind if I present our common goals at the end of my presentation. So dashboard is also developed in this work package with all 3 models, and we are working to align the 3 for the end users to be the most useful for crisis management and decision-making support. The dashboard will have somewhat different look than the default visual outputs of topic modeling. So the goal is to make the 3 models interpretable together and to complete each other. For example, the results of topic modeling, changing topic in time can be put into the prediction model as a driver of change. We are also working on a scoring system to aid the evaluation of the potential emerging risks for parameters like soundness, severity, and so on. But we always emphasize that this is only to guide the experts, as human knowledge will never be fully interchangeable with algorithms. Models and data analysis certainly help us, but the final call always has to be made by an expert, especially in case of a field of emerging risks, which is burdened with many uncertainties and information gaps. And here is our team working on this. Thank you for your attention.
Thank you, Zsuzsa, thanks a lot. And very nice last phrase also, that the models are aimed to help the human and not to replace the human. With this, we come to the end of our webinar. I would like to thank a lot the 4 speakers we had, Nina, Axel, Wenjuan, and Zsuzsa. And also I would like to thank all the attendees. We had a lot of interest today for this webinar. So please stay tuned with us and follow us on LinkedIn, etc. for the upcoming webinars of the 2 projects, HOLiFOOD and FoodSafeR. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.